Sup boys and girls, I thought I'd try my hand at a product video. We've got Nerd RC, Tiny Terrains and VTech. The products that I haven't seen a lot of, haven't seen a lot of coverage online. I've seen a little bit about Nerd RC, but I've done something to it that I'm not sure people are aware that you can do with titanium. Worked really well on that chassis. We've got the Tiny Terrains isokinetic knuckles and a twin transmission from VTech. So this chassis, I gave it a bit of love, spread a bit of colour on it. Also comes with massive sliders. A lot of people saying they don't like massive sliders, but it does allow you to see the front of this. Comes right to the front there, the slider. It's just underneath the body there. And the back extends out to the rear. When I put this on, it's just going to perfectly sit there and match up. I'm not going to have a problem getting this to match up. That's nice. Love it when things fit together like that. Give this a bit of a taper on it, smooth it off. Nerd RC gizmo. Got everything you need. Flat chassis, C1, flat chassis skid. And that's what you can do to them. Just hit them with some heat, man. Hit them with some heat. When it gets to blue, back off. It's going to be a nice build, nice C1 build. I hope so anyway. Moving right along. Tiny Terrains ISO knuckles. Finally got an aftermarket knuckle for the ISO axle. Nice. There's the factory one. Factory versus ISO. It's got the tungsten slugs, two little 1.4 holes in it there, threaded holes. It'll be for some weight hangers that'll come out later on, I'm gathering. Plenty of aftermarket knuckles. One's at the back, Hot Team. In the middle, OGRC, and out front we've got Mofo. You can see most knuckles, yeah, they just look like that. Big, fat chunk of brass. That's what you want. Weight up front. There's another one from Hot Team. Same thing. But these days you'll find a lot of the top performers, they're not just going for front bias. Yeah, front bias, cool man, front weight bias, brass up front. Get the weight low down. So even though you're sacrificing a bit of weight overall, you're taking weight away from above the axle. If you can stack weight below axles, that's going to help more than just shoveling a whole weight up front. Trust me, it will. No matter how light your rear is, if there's too much weight up high up front, it'll just twist your rear off the rocks. It won't matter. Your rear becomes irrelevant. It's all about that front axle. Get your weight down low. And that's what this is going to help you do. Now the difference between this and this is a gram per knuckle, so 2 grams overall for your rig, and that's a negative. So you are 2 grams lighter at the front over the factory one, but it's lower, a lot lower. More than 40% of the weight from this one is now below the axle on this one. For example, a lot of guys, the performance fellas, they love the high steering angle of an ISO axle, so they're running 4-wheel steer on their big performing rigs. Put this one on the back. You have no option to lighten up an axle for an ISO unless you go nylon, and it still comes with the brass knuckle. Put these ones on the back. Then put a set of them on the front, and then get some weight hangers. It's win-win. Tiny Terrains coming through. Now we got this bad boy. Oh yeah. Biggest, fattest transmission I've ever seen for an SCX24. Forged carbon fiber, thick carbon fiber. Dual drive outlets, dual motor mounts. Dual spur gears. One spur gear controls one shaft, and the other spur gear controls the other shaft. What's it going to do? It's going to allow you to run two motors with some little mount extensions here. You have the motor sticking out this way. I thought one motor was going to tuck in here and one motor was going to tuck in here, but no, they go on the outside facing this way, facing out. So there'd be a motor out here and a motor out here. That means it's quite a long setup, but it doesn't matter. Whatever's poking out the back is balanced by what's poking out the front. This is going to go in something that's got some enormous rears, quite short fronts, so it's all going to be front bias anyway. It's going to allow me to run, I'll need a dual ESC, but it will allow me to lock out the rear axle, giving me dig, and unlimited amounts of overdrive. Brilliant. It's mounted, I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll show you. Oh, there we go. It's mounted on an angle. So the skid's not on an angle, the transmission is, with one motor poking out here and one motor out there. It angles the motors back towards the center of the rig. So good. So glad I picked one of these up. Yeah. So there's some cool parts out there, man. Some rad ass parts. There's those knuckles on a rig. ISO axle is the factory one on the left side there. And yeah, boy. I think I'll save these knuckles though for a super performance rig. Something with some 1.8s or whatever. So I can utilize the weight hangers. Yeah. Alright. Got that out of the way. Let's try a build breakdown. Oh god, can I even get this done? Luxido. Only thing I've changed since last time is I found some window stickers and wrote Rolex with a double L. You know, roll. No, I didn't get the rear fitted either. That's a work in progress. I widened the top of it, so it's got a decent taper to it now. Widen the front just with a steel bar. Work in progress, but that's how she stands. Just on her own. It's a hard park Flub RC Collab carbon fiber body. It's got a Flub RC rear panel on it, screwed in, painted, what are we, satin black. The windows, the nets, the snorkel, the tailpipes, door handles, door locks, the little locator hole for the aerial. Brass tank, which is a brass pillbox with two bottom ends instead of a top. It's got a 3-flow 9 valve stuck on one of the bottoms. Make it look like a proper little gas tank. All that stuff's just custom work, just playing around, knocking stuff together. Easy as. Shift RC wheels. They're the Maverick wheels. Super zero offset, like really flush mounted. I like that, so you can get them to tuck back over the knuckles. You can see it in here. So there's bugger all to stick out. Look at that. Look at that. There's nothing to hang up on. I mean, I could tuck that screw in. A lot of people doing that these days, but what's the point? It's just not... Look at that. It's non-existent. It doesn't exist. Nothing exists except the bottom of the axle. That's why I love these Hot Team axles, man. Yeah, the Shift RC wheels, they also got the LGRP and Shift gold hardware, the scale nuts and the regular 1.4s in the center. They are rocking the Shift beadlock rings, the King black beadlock rings, I think. And we got Crawler Innovation foams with ox foams to stiffen them up. I didn't want inserts because it took away that rounded look. I like the nice bubbly tire on these things, nice rounded top on them. It's not all performance. They're J Concept ruptures, 63mm, as you can probably tell. So that's the outside, rims, tires, body. And then underneath, gave it a bit of a pretty up. It's nice. Nice for me. I like it. It's a Northwest Chassis Works Athos, one of the Athos Army chassis. It's got Mofo chassis extensions on it. Where's my pointer? 1, 2, 3, 4. They just loop around the shocks or whatever they have to. LGRP D-rings, 1, 2, 3, 4. DWS transmission skid from Northwest Chassis Works, a DWS hard park transmission with a RAS motor, which is definitely the weak, it's the cheap Chinese part of this rig. I just don't, it might not be the motor's fault, but I think the rig overall is running too much overdrive and the motor's just not big enough to handle 650 grams. It's the way it is. Endura number plate and aerial mounts up here and under here, and obviously Endura aerial. Number plate from RC Plate Shop. It's a Texas plate Luxido. While that's there, I'll show you what you get in the mail. You're just going to get an envelope in the mail. It's going to have a couple of plates stuck to it if you order a couple of plates. I'll try and get it to zoom in because he makes his stuff pretty micro. I don't know if you're ever going to be able to pick up that, but in the black bottom on that Utah plate, rocked, it actually says rock and hard place. I'll try and get it to zoom in. Oh. There you go. Rock and hard place. That's Moab. Cool plates, man. So, RC Plate Shop. You'll get something like that in the mail, and it will have your lovely little detailed plates. They're on a metal backing, so they're proper little steel number plate. Grouse. Anyway, that's what's on the back of them. LGRP rock lights ×4. 2 at the back here mounted to this link riser. 2 at the front here, sneakily tucked under on that Mofo chassis extension. Let's get some focus here. You can see it tucked under there by the wheel. Right there. And over here on the link risers. Nice. The links are Hot Team brass links with brass rod ends. See those brass rod ends under there with a steel locator nut. That's pretty cool. They're Gladiator length, they're fully adjustable. Hot Team front axle, pretty standard stuff. It's got a few more mounting options than a normal axle. What did I do? Oh, you got the classic inner bearing delete to give you super steering angle. Lovely, works. It's a RGF stock style alloy rear. It's got Mofo portals on it. Tetra 24 customized worm gear inside there to get the mullet build going. Straight axle front, portal axle rear. Yeah, from Panda Hobby, Hot Team tungsten knuckles with bearing delete. So they've got a knuckle that's inside much like the one that Hardpark does, the low blow knuckles. Exactly the same on the Hot Team. Mofo rear Mesmo link riser with all the roller skid and all the bearings underneath. 3-flow 9 front steering link, same thing, roller bearings, all brass. Brass Amazon drive shafts, and she's rocking briefs brass 99 micro with the sub micro for the winch. NSDRC winch hook, Mofo servo horn, 3-flow 9 winch line in gold, just some cheap braided gold line. Reefs RC servo winch spool, and Next Racing 45mm full oil emulsion shocks with the softest springs up the front and the firm springs in the rear, giving it just a bit more bounce for a heavy rig. I think that's it. I think so. Carbon, I had to get the carbon fiber side rails. Just everything. Went ham, man. Went ham. And then redecked the whole front and rear. So there you go. That's what a build breakdown would look like if I was doing them. Sweet. Enjoy your day. Peace.